What if one man's quiet rage turned into a calculated execution? Luigi Mangione, consumed by anger and obsession, tracked down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. In the heart of Manhattan, a single shot shattered the calm and exposed a deadly motive hiding in plain sight. In the early hours of the 4th of December, 2024, chaos erupted outside the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was gunned down in cold blood just before sunrise, moments before he was set to lead an investors' conference. The brazen killing, carried out in broad daylight on 6th Avenue, has shocked the corporate world and ignited a storm of questions surrounding motive, security, and corporate accountability. Surveillance footage captured the horrifying scene, a masked gunman lying in wait before striking with chilling precision. Witnesses say the shooter showed no hesitation, even clearing a jammed weapon mid-attack and continuing to fire as Thompson desperately tried to crawl away. The use of a silencer and the killer's apparent tactical skill have led investigators to consider the possibility of a professional hit. As the investigation deepens, a disturbing discovery has emerged. Cryptic words, "deny, depose, and defend," were reportedly etched into the bullets and shell casings. Authorities are now working to decipher whether this eerie message was directed at Thompson alone or meant to send a broader warning. The suspect fled on an e-bike, vanishing into Central Park. However, potential mistakes may help authorities track him down. A phone believed to belong to the killer was found, along with a coffee cup, water bottle, and 2 power bars discarded at a nearby Starbucks. These items are being analyzed for DNA and forensic evidence. While the motive remains unclear, New York PD Chief of Detectives Joe Kinney stated that Thompson was specifically targeted. The investigation is exploring potential links to Thompson's professional life, including a Department of Justice insider trading probe and threats he received before his death. The NYPD has offered a $10,000 reward for information, urging the public to help bring the assassin to justice. During investigation, a 26-year-old suspect, Luigi Magione, a resident of Towson, Maryland, was captured 5 days after the tragic shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Luigi, do it.
And it's completely out of touch. And it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
His arrest took place at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where he was reportedly attempting to maintain a low profile. During the apprehension, law enforcement officials uncovered several alarming items in Mangione's possession. Among them was a 3D printed firearm, a sophisticated and potentially untraceable weapon that has become a growing concern for authorities nationwide. Additionally, he carried a suppressor, indicating premeditation and a possible effort to avoid detection during the attack. To further complicate matters, Mangione had a falsified New Jersey driver's license, suggesting he might have intended to establish a false identity or evade law enforcement. Perhaps most revealing was the discovery of a handwritten manifesto. This document contains scathing criticisms of the American healthcare system, with particular focus on what Mangione saw as the industry's exploitation of vulnerable individuals for profit. His writings revealed deep-seated grievances against corporate healthcare practices, hinting that his actions may have been driven by a mix of personal ideology and frustration with systemic inequities. The manifesto is now a critical piece of evidence, shedding light on Mangione's mindset and helping investigators and prosecutors build a comprehensive understanding of his potential motives for committing such a brazen crime. After an intense multi-day manhunt, authorities finally closed in on Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Police had meticulously combed through hours of security footage, analyzed forensic evidence, and followed numerous leads before publicly releasing Mangione's image. On the 9th of December, a sharp-eyed McDonald's employee in Altoona, Pennsylvania, recognized Mangione from the widely circulated photos and quickly alerted the authorities. Local law enforcement responded swiftly, arriving at the fast food restaurant within minutes. Officers found Mangione sitting at a back table, wearing a blue medical mask and focused on a silver laptop, with a backpack on the floor beside him. He appeared visibly anxious as police approached. Witnesses described the tense moments leading up to the arrest. One customer shared that a friend had initially pointed Mangione out as a joke, noting his resemblance to the suspect in the police photos, particularly his distinctive eyebrows. What began as casual speculation quickly turned serious as officers closed in.
When the shooter, I'm assuming was the shooter who they made the arrest on, came in, he made a comment, "God, that looks like the shooter from New York." But I thought he was, the group of us, I thought it was more of a joke. And we were kidding about it. But then, as it turned out, it was him. And like I said, the employee that thought it was him that, I guess, started the initial investigation on it.
Once in custody, Mangione was transferred to New York, flown to Manhattan aboard an NYPD helicopter the same day. His arrest marked a critical turning point in the high-profile case, offering a sense of relief to a public shaken by the shocking crime. Luigi Mangione, the alleged killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has recently made several high-profile court appearances as his legal battle unfolds. During a pre-trial hearing on Feb. 21, 2025, at Manhattan State Supreme Court, Mangione appeared in public for the first time since his December arraignment. His defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, raised concerns about potential procedural violations, alleging that some evidence had not been properly shared with the defense, and suggesting possible mishandling of materials seized during his arrest. Despite these claims, the judge proceeded with the case without setting a definitive trial date, leaving Mangione detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn until his next scheduled court appearance in June. The courtroom proceedings have attracted significant public attention, both from supporters and curious onlookers. Hundreds of people gathered outside the courthouse, some wearing shirts with pro-Mangione messages and chanting his name. Chelsea Manning, a well-known whistleblower and activist, also attended the hearing, demonstrating her support for Mangione and adding to the media frenzy surrounding the case. Beyond the legal arguments, Mangione's courtroom attire has unexpectedly sparked a fashion trend. His choice of a dark green cable kit sweater, a white-collared shirt, khaki trousers, and brown penny loafers worn without socks led to a staggering 400% increase in online searches for similar footwear. Social media dubbed this look the new summer footwear fashion, demonstrating how even the details of the trial are being scrutinized by the public. The fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has left the corporate and healthcare communities reeling. The accused gunman, Luigi Magione, now faces multiple federal and state charges, including first-degree murder and illegal weapons possession. Mangione has pleaded not guilty, and his defense team is actively contesting the prosecution's evidence and tactics.
24, charging with the crime of murder in the first degree and other related charges. How do you plead to this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
24.
While a trial date remains unconfirmed, the legal proceedings are expected to draw national attention and spark deeper conversations about motive, corporate security, and accountability. Investigators uncovered a chilling clue at the scene, words etched onto bullets and shell casings reading "deny, depose, defend." The cryptic message has fueled speculation about a broader motive, possibly linked to a personal or ideological vendetta. Brian Thompson, who became CEO of United Healthcare in 2021, was known as a dynamic and compassionate leader. He steered the company through a rapidly evolving healthcare landscape, advocating for innovation and increased access to care. Colleagues remembered him as a thoughtful, approachable executive with a clear vision and a strong moral compass. His tragic death has left a void not just at the top of a major corporation, but across an industry that admired his leadership. As the investigation continues and the legal battle takes shape, Thompson's legacy lives on through the lives he impacted and the positive change he championed in American healthcare.